Hey everyone, it's Shiny here, and I was watching a couple Growler Jam videos earlier on YouTube, if you guys know that channel, and it got me in the mood to do a voiceover video of my own of my refuel. So right now we're coming up on the S3 tanker. We're 6,000 feet over the carrier. I had been just doing a little practice session. Didn't get on multiplayer like I usually do. Usually have a 2-hour session on multiplayer. Didn't do that today. Was just going to do a 1-hour session, do some traps. So after some mediocre traps, I decided to finish things off with a refuel. And as you can see, what happened right there was when I brought out my probe and then I was trimming out the rudder and I got distracted and I slid up a little high and over the tanker. So that was one little mistake to start things out, which is not a very good omen. However, getting cleared contact on the first try is a good omen. So maybe that balances out right there. So now I'm just going to come up on the tanker, try to get in close, and then come up as slow as possible. The S3 has such a short hose, there's very little room for error. So want to come in at a super slow rate. The tanker just went into a turn here, and I think that's really good, because I would rather the tanker go into a turn just before I connect than to wait until I connect and then go into the turn. That would be a lot more distracting. Okay.
We're taking fuel.
So we're connected, we're hooked up, we're taking fuel. Now the problem is, again, with the S3, such a short hose, really have to work the throttle. So that's what we're doing. We're just working the throttle. Very small corrections, very small corrections. All this time,
Fuel 4,500.
I'm looking at the pod right above my rear view mirror, the pod where the hose is coming out of on the tanker. And I'm just trying to keep that the same size. I'm just trying to keep that the same distance from my aircraft, and I'm using that as a reference where it's right above the canopy rail, right above my rear view mirror.
Fuel 5,500.
So got 5,000 pounds of gas right there. I'm not trying to get a full tank of gas. I'm looking to go up to about 10,000 pounds. After I finish the refuel, I'm probably going to fly over and land on a land base. This mission's on the Sinai map, and I'm still enjoying looking at the new Sinai map. So I'm probably going to fly over to land on a land base in Israel. Don't need a full tank of gas. We're just looking for about 10,000 pounds. So all this time I'm just working that throttle, and I'm working the throttle, and I'm also trimming up as necessary. Now right here I'm going to make a mistake. There's the mistake.
Fuel 8,500.
So what I just said, I'm trimming up as I take gas, as it changes my my balance, right? My center of gravity. So what happened there is I didn't trim up quick enough. So I didn't trim up quick enough, and I let my nose drop. I let my nose drop just enough to come out of the basket. So I had to pull back a little bit, try to get reset, try to get stabilized. Try to do it smoothly, but as you can see, I'm not doing it very smoothly at all. I'm bouncing around a little bit, but we're getting stabilized. And we're going to come back in and we're going to reconnect. We don't need a full tank of gas, but it's just on principle. We don't want to end on a disconnect. So we're going to push back in, we're going to connect. I'm going to try to get it up to 10,000 pounds.
We're taking fuel.
So that's just a reminder, you really got to stay on top of the trim, because when you're really low on gas and you're taking gas more and more, it's going to change your center of gravity, and you're going to have to adjust your trim as you go. Even if you have a lot of gas and you're only taking a little, you might still have
Fuel
to
10,000.
trim up one time. So there's 10,000 pounds. And on that note, I am going to pull out and put the probe in.
Turbulence on that one.
We're going to abort that rejoin. And I'm going to pull up on the right-hand side of the tanker, as per tradition, as per custom, to observation right. And I think you guys would all agree with me. Really looking forward to when ED finally gives us our new S3 tanker model, which they've been teasing for about 20 years. This one we have is, of course, super low poly and doesn't look that great. That new one's going to look really nice. So if you look down there under the S3, you can see the carrier and other ships down there behind him, or below him. So we're going to take a look at that S3 from the right side. And then we are going to say goodbye to the tanker. And he has the same idea. Tanker's going to say bye-bye to us. And that's going to be just about all. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little tanking session, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.